Hello everyone, my name is Frances, and today I wanted to share with you this really fun one sheet wonder project where I'm going to make 4 card bases, 4 cards, and a little treat box using just one cardstock that's double-sided. This particular cardstock is no longer available. It used to be available through Close to My Heart, but that doesn't matter. You just need a double-sided cardstock where the pattern is it doesn't matter which direction it is. As you can see, the butterflies, it's not going up or down, right? The same thing with polka dot. So that's what you're going to need. You're going to need two 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We're going to cut these down to fit to make 4 card bases. Okay. Here I use different dies for embellishments. So I will probably use this Paper Pumpkin Thanks and Beyond die. There's a butterfly here and a thanks. The one I did use here was originally through Close to My Heart, which is no longer available. Something that you can substitute it with are these great punches from Stampin' Up. Here I have a dragonfly, and of course I've got 2 shapes of oval. Rhinestones, you're going to need a bone folder, you're going to need a paper trimmer, you're going to need adhesive, you're going to need scissors, and of course we have this pattern that you can download from my website at francesames.com/papercrafts. It's available, it's free of charge. What I also recommend is just getting some coordinating papers. It could be cardstock. I'm like using like pattern paper so that I can make my embellishments and my tags. So this is a totally different pattern paper, and that's totally fine. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half. This is an 8.5 by 11, which means I'm going to cut it in the middle, 5.5. Okay. Now you can score at 4.25. Obviously this is the blade, so I'm just going to move this down and take my bone folder, and following the groove, I now have a score line for my card. So again, I'm going to put this at 4.25. Now I know you can get the double pack. One is orange and the other one's black. The black one is a score line. All right, now we're going to cut this one again at 5.5. Okay, I'm going to turn this one around to 4.25. Score line. If you have a stylus, you can use your stylus. I'm going to use my bone folder throughout this project, so I am using my bone folder to score this. All right, so move this here, move this over here. All right, so we have our 4 card bases. Okay, so I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to get my bone folder, and I'm just going to press down. And they're all pressed down. How awesome is that? Okay, so I'm going to move this over here out of the way. All right. First thing we're going to do with this pattern paper, I'm going to remove the zip strip. That's just the top part. And that's usually like 1/2 inch. Yours may be fine. It doesn't have this white border strip, so you don't have to worry about that. I like theirs because it used to have like the little pattern paper, but that's okay. Now we're going to take one part, and we're going to do, so when you look at my pattern, it's always the first line is where you're going to start to cut. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 4 inches. Okay, move this aside. I'm going to cut this again at 4 inches. And I'm going to put this aside. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is going to be on this side, right? So we're going to turn this around, and we need to have it at 5.25. 5.25. Okay, so that's the first one. Then it needs to be 1 3/4. Then is asking me to do a 2 inches. And then 1.5 and 1.5. Okay. The next column right here is we're going to cut this at 5 1/4. And again at 5 1/4. And we're left with that 1.5 at the end. Just going to put this like this. All right. Now for the trickier part, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take this pattern paper and we're going to do some scoring. I'm going to score it this way. So we're going to put it at the 1 inch mark. We're going to get our score tool. Oops, got to be careful you don't break through. Okay, 1 inch. And I'm going to turn it around. And we're going to do another inch. Okay. Then we're going to score this at 1 inch. Get this out of the way. Oops. 1 inch. I'll do 1 inch on this side, the bottom. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. So now I'm moving this down to 5 1/2. And we're going to score this again at 6 1/2. So here's 6 1/2. Let me move this down. Okay. So now we've done all our scoring. I'm going to put this away for right now. Okay. So the first card is this one. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that to the end. And it's pretty simple. Take my card base and I'm going to pick which side I want. And I have one of these strips. And I am going to put this down. Okay, so I'm grabbing my adhesive. You could use whatever adhesive that you feel most comfortable using. Okay. Oops. And you're going to just put this in the, towards, I would say about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, excuse me, from the bottom. That'll give you enough room to put your embellishment and your sentiment. Okay, so at the end, I'm going to stamp and put the sentiments together. All right, next card is Thankful. Actually, I'll do this like this. Okay, and I'm just taking one of the 4 1/4, right? Okay. Okay. And we're going to move this one up a little bit. Same idea. I mean, look how easy and fast this is. It's like a no-brainer. I think the hardest part is the cutting and the scoring. And I think after that, it goes pretty fast and pretty easy. Next one, we're going to grab another card base. I'm going to grab another card base here. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to grab, see, one of them is the smaller of the two. Here it is. Okay, so we're going to grab the smaller of the two, and what you're going to do is you're going to create what I've done is create a V-notch. So I cut it right down the middle and kind of create a little V. Just kind of create a banner. Okay. All right, let's just fix that little corner there. Okay. And you can do it like this, or what I did is I put V-notches on both sides. Okay. And I'm going to glue this down. Make sure it's correct direction. Make sure it's straight. Okay. I'm just going to put this down like this. Very close, so it's like 1/8 of an inch. And we still have 2 more. Okay. Card number 4. Okay. And then card number 4, and then we're going to put our sentiment here. So we'll do that next. So you're like, okay, what can I do with these two? Well, one's thicker than the other. So you're going to put the thick one on the bottom and the lighter one here. Or flip it, whichever way makes sense for you. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the blue one first, the thinner of the two. And here's the thing, you can't go wrong. So if they're both the same side width, not a problem. Flip this over. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the outside. You could decide to put the polka dot on the outside, whatever makes sense for you. I am going to just fold along the creases. I have my little bone folder here, so okay. I have one crease here, and I have one more crease there. All right, so we kind of made sure all the score lines are done, okay? And all right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna open this up. I actually put some extra embellishments in here. So that's pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create V notches here and here. Actually, let's go here since I already started to tear a little bit there, so I'll just go with it. Okay, so basically creating 2 wings here on each side. You see that? Then we're going to just cut like this. Now it's up to you. I find it that when you create kind of a thin V in between these two, it just kind of folds nicely. You see how I did that? So it's up to you if you want to do that. It'll still fold. I just like creating that little bit of that slight V notch to help it fold nicely on this corner, on this middle section. Okay. All right. Let me make sure this one. All right. So now it's going to just a matter of folding everything in. So I'm just going to make sure this is folded in like so. Put glue on our tabs here, like so. This takes a minute to dry. Here we go again. I fold this in, and then I could just put some adhesive. Again, you could use double-sided tape. You could use hot glue. Just be careful with the hot glue. So I use white glue. It's forgiving, and there's no burns. All right, so there we have it. All right, that's, oops, I pushed too hard on this. There we go. And you'll see that one of them is going to automatically want to sit in the top. So now all we have to do is decorate the top. How stinking cute is that? This one says happy birthday. I guess I could have, wait, this goes the other way. This goes on top. So fold this in, and this is on top. There we go. Okay, so you get to decorate it that way. You could put a belly band. You can put a ribbon around it. That's fine too. But as you can see, it's kind of holds itself. So, all right. So let's go ahead and start thinking about some embellishments. I've pre-cut a few butterflies from the last time. So I think I may try to use some of those. I always keep scraps of cardstock. We have pink, so I'm going to grab a pink one, a couple of pink ones. How's that? Where's my punch? Here it is. All right, so here's my punch, and I usually like to do it upside down. The big one obviously is going to be like this, and the white is going to be at the bottom. So I'm okay that I have extra circles. And I have a stamp set here called Simply Said, and you can see there's a lot of different sentiments. It says celebrate thinking of you, happy birthday. This one says thinking of you. Put this straighter. There we go. All right, so I've got a couple of sentiments here. Let me usually like to protect my surface with a little bit of something here. Okay. So I'm using right now Petunia Pop. It's a current color with Stampin' Up. So I'm just going to go and just create a bunch of tags first. Kind of assembly line, right? Thinking of you. Pick another one. I'm going to do hello. Okay. Pick another one. It says missing you. Okay. Let's go ahead and start gluing these down. Now you can just glue it directly on here, or you can put a foam square. Okay. No, I'll move it over. Okay. Usually just put it a little bit on in the center. When it dries, I like to lift the little wings up. And these are clear. You can get any color that you like that makes sense for you. The birthday wishes. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Just put one in here, kind of give it like movement. There. I'll put another one at the corner here. Okay, so that. Now again, you don't have to. You can always use 3D dimensionals. That makes it really make your card pop. So I glued down this one, and then I put 2 of them and some rhinestones right here for this particular card. For the next one, I have birthday wishes, and I'm going to put this down like so, almost to the middle. And why not? Let's put some foam like this, 3-dimensional as well. And like I said, I like to put a rhinestone on the head of the little one, and then I'll put one here. So that's nice and simple. I mean, you could have done this with a white one, but there you go. Thinking of you. Okay, let's put some foam squares on the thinking of you piece. Got some smaller ones. I guess I got Where's that? Put that like that on here. Nice and centered. Put some adhesive on here. How cute that is. And you can always kind of like go like this. I'm going to glue some down here. Usually like to just glue the centers. Okay. And of course I'm going to put a rhinestone on the head. And you can use pearls or whatever you have handy. Okay. Next one is hello. That one's here. That'll work. Okay. And I said we're going to do this on a green one. Okay. Gonna put one on the head. I need to put another one like over here. And I'll put one over here. Card's done. Now we're gonna decorate our. Here we go, missing you. I think I'm gonna pick a pink one. I guess a dark pink would be nice, right? Missing you. I'm gonna glue that down. Leaving room for one more butterfly. So now I'm gonna get some of these to decorate. I mean, how simple and cute that is. I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy project. I mean, how awesome is that? You do need some scraps for this, but other than that, I mean, look how fun that is. Look how fast that was done. I mean, I did it right here, except for the butterflies. So, all right, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this tutorial, let me know. I have more card tutorials, including how to make cards for 1 year, and talk to you soon. Bye.